Hi guys, it's me. I'm going to try to film a makeup tutorial for you because I started doing my makeup for the day and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna just film it just for fun and I'll just put it on YouTube and fuck it, why not? So I actually already did my foundation, so get over it, and then I'll just do the rest of it as if I'm getting ready. Oh my God, I'm like swiping all of your text messages out of the way. Stop it. Okay, so typically I would put on primer, which I use the NYX brand Angel Veil, which I really like because it kind of makes your face really matte, but I don't like my face to be all shiny. If you like yours shiny, cool. I kind of like to put like a highlighter on to make it shiny. Then I'm going to use Tarte concealer. Looks like this. Shape Tape. Love it. And I'm gonna try to do it in the mirror and kind of face you guys at the same time because I don't have like, a professional setup, obviously. I ain't gonna do this full time, guys. So I just make a lot of like really cool American Indian designs on my face. And then I use a beauty blender, but it's damp, like really damp, like kind of wet feeling, because when it's dry, it doesn't blend as well to me. I like it sort of wet. That's what she said. So then you just blend everything, and I just put it like down the middle of my face, across my forehead, kind of like all those spots that you want to hide that have blemishes or whatever. Probably should put my mirror on this side, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna switch the camera a little bit. Bear with me, I'm gonna switch things around, hold on. And I also put some on my eyelids just to kind of make a base. I'm using like super natural light right now too, so I feel like my face looks really kind of really light, but whatever. Okay. So I have that all blended in, and then depending on like how your under eye looks, I have like lots of little fine lines and stuff. So I am going to put on a like a translucent powder. I just use Morphe translucent powder. I don't know if this is backwards. It's backwards for me, but Morphe translucent powder. And I just get a little bit on a brush. And I just kind of like blot it across there, and it just like sets the under eye so it literally won't make any fine lines or anything. It just stays in place like all day long. It's awesome. I love it. And then I just take the leftover and I kind of dust it over the spots that I put concealer on. And then it makes it so there's no lines or anything. God, my face looks super white right now. I swear it doesn't look like that in person. It's just the camera, I think. And I'll have to work with like my camera and make that adjust a little bit better because it looks kind of goofy. Okay, so then next I'm gonna do my brows, which, if I can find, hold on. Okay, I just had to go get my little brow filler thing. So I use this little thing, it's like down to the nub, NYX eyebrow shaper, and it's just basically like a pencil full of wax. So it's just, it kind of like sets your brows, like all the little flyaways and everything, kind of makes them nice and lined up. Puts them in the shape that I want them, and it makes it so there's no little wispies, you know, whatever. And then I'm using the ColourPop brow pencil in Bangin' Brunette, because you know it. So I'll try to kind of do this in camera. And so I start on the bottom and I just sort of make a line to where I want my arch to be. And then I connect it here at the end. And then I just fill it in the rest of the way. And I'm going like using strokes, sort of, not really like, you know, drawing, but just kind of using strokes to make it look like it's going in the same direction as my hair. Like that. I love that you guys stopped texting me now that I told you I was doing this. You guys are so funny. God, that one looks really thick on camera too. It's really hard because I'm obviously not going to splurge on a freaking nice ass camera just to send you guys makeup stuff. Shoot. So I'm just gonna use my cell phone for now. But it doesn't give you the same effect, obviously, as having a nice camera, because you can't really tell what the actual color is that I'm using, and it just makes my eyebrows look crazy and stupid. This is kind of why I haven't even done one yet, honestly, because it's just silly. Also, most of the time my kids are around. Okay, so in my camera, my brows look really crazy, but trust me, once I get my eyeshadow on and everything, it won't look like this, I promise. You guys, if I left my makeup like this, would you hang out with me still? Yikes. Okay. So this is like kind of the palette that I use just like every day going to work. It's the ColourPop, and I actually made this palette. It doesn't come this way, unfortunately, but I just filled it with the colors that I like to use. So I kind of use, see, and in my camera it looks, there we go, that's a little bit better. This is sort of just like a light tan, sort of like a burnt orange, and then a dark, like a maroon color, and then this is sort of a, like kind of a coppery bronze color that I'm gonna use like right in the middle of my eyelid. And you'll see kind of how it makes everything just kind of come together. But I picked those specific colors and put it in this palette because they're colors that I use like all the time. So I like, you guys, I love Morphe like so much, and it's probably because I watched my girlfriend Jaclyn Hill, and she always uses Morphe everything, and I've grown to love it because it's cheap and it's affordable and it's like pretty good product. So I have this eyeshadow brush that's seriously really big. So like compared to my eye, that's how big it is. I'm holding it like right next to my eye. It's big. So I use this for putting on like your base shade, okay? So I'm gonna take, and I basically put them on in this order. I do this shade, this shade, this, and I use all of them. So I have it kind of lined up the way I wanna put it on. So I'm gonna use the first one. I'm just gonna like coat the whole eyelid with this color. And you kind of have to go in like little circles and go kind of windshield wiper motions, little circles to get it sort of all blended in. Okay? Same with the other eye. And I'm gonna use a smaller brush to put on the other colors so that I can control how much I put on and where it goes on my eye and all of that. So this was just kind of my base color. Then I'm gonna grab a smaller brush, same style, fluffy, big and fluffy, but it's smaller. And I'm gonna go to this burnt orange color. I'm just gonna like barely put any on my brush and just kind of do all over my lid, but not go super high up into like right up here. I don't want it to go much farther past my crease, but I'm just gonna put it on my whole lid. And it sort of just gives it kind of a little bit more dimension. And I don't know if you can tell in the video, but I'm kind of like tapping it onto my eyelid. I'm not really like rubbing it this time. I'm just kind of tapping it where I want it, because I don't want to rub it too much because then it'll take off the other color that I just put on. So I want to just kind of tap it so I know where I'm putting it. Then again, with an even smaller brush this time, I'm going to do this deep burgundy color. Same thing, but I'm going to actually just keep it on the outer crease this time. Again, just tapping. I'm not rubbing it because I'm going to blend it in with that big fat brush again. I'm going to blend it. So right now it looks like I just have this really big, perfect line, and you don't really want these like lines on your eyeshadow. You want it to be look really blended and everything. So I will blend it in just a minute. I'm just putting it on right now where I want it. And then I'll blend it out. So that's where I want it, kind of on both eyes. Looks a little bit higher on that side, so I'm just gonna go with it on this side. So now I'm gonna take that really big fluffy brush again, the one that I used for the first color, and I'm going to blend it now. And this is the reason I'll show you. After I blend it, look how much different it looks now. I've blended it in, and it's not such a straight line going across my eye. You don't want that to look, you don't want it to ever look like you put specific colors on your eyelid. You want it to look really blended like this. So this is like a normal day for me. This is normal eyeshadow for me. And then I'll take I usually take like a concealer brush, honestly, sort of like this, where you're supposed to use concealer, one of these like really flat ones, sort of like what they use at the nail salons for doing nails, but it's really, really flat. And I just put a little bit of the shiny color on it. And then again, I'm just gonna tap where I want it. And I just want it kind of right there in the middle. All over my lid, but just mostly to make the lid shiny. Only on the lid though, I'm not gonna be spreading this around. I'm only putting it where I want it. God, it's so freaking quiet right now, and I love it. Okay, so that's done. I'm actually not gonna do any eyeliner today because that's just a whole other lesson, but I forgot to go over my brows again with this little stick. They're driving me crazy. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go in with my mascara. I'm using the Voluminous Carbon Black. I'm not putting fake lashes on or anything. I'm just going with my natural everyday look. This is like literally how I wear my makeup to work and stuff. I usually do my eyes and then I'll do the rest of my face, like my blush and stuff like that. And actually, while I'm letting my mascara set for a minute, I'm gonna go back over my eyeshadow with my small brush again and just get some more of that deeper red color kind of on the outer corner a little bit more, just to deepen that color. I don't know if you can see. So that's kind of what the colors look like. A lot of palettes have these colors, so they're easy to buy, like in the drugstore or whatever. So you can try. I actually really like this color, these colors together, because they're really flattering on any eye color. So if you guys want to try it with your lighter eye colors, and you know, you guys can try any of that stuff. I'm gonna go grab one of my other palettes for my blush and stuff. Hold on. Okay, so I have, I'm actually using a big Morphe palette. You guys, this one is my favorite. This is the 35N. It has kind of like every color you can imagine in it. And even like, you know, I know you guys like to do the neutrals and stuff like that. Has that in it, has some purple, has some of the wine colors and the black for accenting. So I'm gonna use some of the black again on my tiny little pencil brush so I can define the outer corner of my eye a little bit. That just sort of helps you give kind of an almond shape to your eye, and it makes your eyeshadow look like you have a little bit more depth. So again, I'm kind of just patting that on, and I'm gonna blend it again, like so. Same on this side. Patting it just into the outer corner. And blending it with a bigger brush. Like so. Okay, and then I actually use this palette also for my blush and my bronzer, so it's perfect because it has everything. So for my bronzer, I'm gonna use this little brown color right here, and I just kind of tap my brush into it. And I just kind of do, it's gonna not really show my bronzer very good in the camera because it's just so bright. Got that on that side. And you just wanna keep blending because you don't want this thick line on your cheeks. Just blend it. And then I also take a little bit and I'm just gonna put it like up in my hairline, kind of like just all over your hairline. You kind of want to go around your face with it. My color in this video is so weird. It doesn't look natural. It does in my mirror. Like my color looks normal. It's weird how it looks so different in my phone camera. And then I'm also using the blush, like sort of this little light pink color right here, just as my blush. So it's kind of nice because if I wanted to just take this whole palette with me somewhere, instead of having to bring all of my separate things, that would be awesome. And then I'm gonna do a highlight. And I just use the one like from L'Oreal, Lumi. It has kind of like a set of different colors in it, and I just kind of run my brush over the whole thing. And then you just want to highlight like right here on your cheeks. I kind of usually just kind of go around my eye a little bit. Same with the other side. Down the bridge of my nose, tip of my nose, and Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to put lipstick on, which I don't typically wear lipstick. Honestly, especially if I'm just going to work, I don't really do lipstick. And also a lot of people, I forgot to tell you, and I'm kind of getting better at this, I keep forgetting though, putting a little bit of shadow kind of around the bottom lash area. That kind of helps you finish the look. So I'm kind of just putting on the same kind of the wine color around the bottom edge of my eyelashes. I always forget that part because I never do my lower lashes. Anyway, so then I'm gonna do lipstick. This is Trust Fund Beauty. It's called K-Bye, which is so me. Bye. So if I were wearing lipstick to work, it would be a color similar to this. Like so. And that's it. That's my beauty routine. If I were to do it every day for work, I know it sounds like it takes a long time, but I do it every day, so it normally would go a lot faster. So subscribe to my channel and like my video, and in the words of Avery, see you later. Bye.